El Camino. You might have noticed I've got more than one. In this 5-minute or so episode of WheelSpin Weekly, we're going to completely restore this 71 El Camino. No, we're not. Probably time I gave you all a breakdown of my El Caminos. This is one of 5, and this is basically a parts car for one of my other ones. It's going to be headed off to a new owner as soon as one comes along. Try and keep it hidden so the neighbors don't notice it. I imagine some more of the astute viewers have noticed this and wonder what's underneath it. Well, this would be El Camino number 2. 65. This is a parts car for one of my other El Caminos. You know, hopefully nothing's living in this. Let me just, yeah. Let's go look at a different one. Forgive me for this one being covered with stuff. I really wasn't planning on doing a video. But the old wheel spin landed on El Camino, so here we are. Yeah, there's a bunch of El Camino parts in the bed of this. Actually, it doesn't really have a bed. It just has 2 pieces of metal that are sitting in there. Believe it or not, this is a really solid El Camino. It has 2 new bed pieces, which will replace the entire bed. The floor pans that you can't see are rock solid. It does have a 12-bolt posi rear, and the entire front suspension is Hotchkiss. Crazy, right? Yeah, there's a better look at it. Which brings us to El Camino number 4. This is the one that I've spent a stupid amount of money on. I mean, I have really spent a stupid amount of money on this El Camino. This car is rust-free. And as you can see, it has been epoxy primered throughout the car, inside and out. It had no floor pans when I got it. This was a 1-piece floor pan, and it was all replaced at one time. Then the car was epoxy primed. It's currently just sitting on this frame, so I could take it right back off the frame and do some work to the frame. These are fenders I just picked up for it at Carlisle. There's more fenders over on the wall, but they need repair. So I'll let a body guy determine which ones he wants to use. El Camino number 4 is not what we're working on today either. It's El Camino number 5. So right on the other side of this Le Mans is the El Camino we're after. This is 87, obviously a G-body. Yes, it is springtime in Virginia. All of that pollen is from the last 2 days. If you go back a ways on my channel, well, at least a lot of videos back on my channel, you will find some videos on this particular El Camino where I put that grill in there and I did a whole bunch of suspension work to it. I know, I suck. It has sat here and I haven't done anything with it since I, quote, finished it. I did a whole bunch of work to it before I got it running. When I finally got it running, it's a total smoke show. Not in a good way. The 305 in here is very tired and needs to be replaced. It's just going to kind of move around the shop, which is kind of a shame. You know, I mean, that's on me. But all right, anyway, let's get it running. Need to get moved around to the front of the shop. I'm cleaning up a little bit. Got a photo shoot next weekend, so they might be using this area back here. So I kind of need to get this stuff out of the way. If you've noticed the bags I have over the side mirrors on some of the cars, those are from that crazy Cardinal. The bags would make it so the Cardinal would stop attacking the mirrors. I had videos on my channel of the Cardinal relentlessly attacking side view mirrors. But sadly, the Cardinal has died. No, I didn't kill it. It actually found its way into the Expedition over winter and couldn't get out. If you remember, that Expedition had a busted window that was covered with a trash bag. He must have found his way in between some gaps in the trash bag and could never find his way out. When I found him, it was probably, maybe 10 degrees or so. So he was stiff as a board. Let's get this thing started. I got my mini gas can and I've got my Gulu jump starter. Hopefully that is all it's going to take to get this thing rolling. And I have some jumper wires here, so, oh yeah, I've got a little fuel pump down there, so we need to hook that up. Right. It's all coming back to me now, how I kludged together the fuel system. Alright, first things first, let's give you a little bit of, probably the easiest thing to do would be to hook you to the back of the alternator. Clearly the battery is completely dead. Otherwise that fuel pump would be running. So the Gulu has its work cut out for it. Okay, we got you hooked up. We're gonna go ahead and hit the boost because I know it's gonna need it. Well, that's a good sign. Don't hear that fuel pump going though. That's not good. Well, I wish I had the camera rolling for the beating I just gave that little fuel pump, but it's working now. You know, you tap those things hard enough, they eventually start working. And when I say tap, I mean pound it against the frame for a while. Anyways, good to go now. And as you can see, I've retired the Gulu from this job and went ahead and drug out the extension cord and a battery charger. Mostly because I don't feel like being here all day working on this. Alright, let's see if this bad boy will run now. Alright, crank this up a notch. Ugh. One of those days. Finally running, and look, it was the Gulu that finally got it going. Go figure. This thing's got a really bad battery. And I noticed the brake light's on. Not the rear brake light, but the brake light on the dash, so should be a fun ride. It doesn't feel like it's got any brakes, so I think we're just gonna try and sneak it uphill a little bit and then back it down the hill. Yeah. Well, let's see what happens. Oh no, the brakes work. There's a brake light, but they work. They work enough to go this way. Don't mind that stick. It's half car, half truck. Doesn't care about things like that. Just go right across the lawn. There's the shop over there. And go out the emergency exit. Hopefully there's nobody coming. I mean, it's a country road, so probably not. Might be some deer or something. Maybe some cows from the cow farm. Well, the brakes are a little squishy, but they work enough. Let's see here. I think I want to back her in. Here's hoping reverse works. Oh yeah. Actually not smoking that bad. Not smoking anywhere near as bad as I remember it smoked. Running pretty decent too. Might have to reconsider. Maybe do some more testing with it. Park her next to the Chevelle body. Hey look, there's El Camino number 1 and number 2. This power steering doesn't work with it. Typical G-body door. There we go. Well, we got it moved. Yay! So now I can clean it up and maybe do a couple things to it and figure out what I'm going to do with this one. Anyway, see you guys in the next video.